So I know what it's like to be in a completely reactive state. When we first get sick, when we first go to the hospital, when we have that first crash, now we're very proactive. We're almost too proactive because we're trying to anticipate anything that could go wrong. We're searching up doctors, we're searching up solutions for this stuff, we're trying different medications and supplements or treatments, anything we can to hopefully feel a little bit better. How's it going, Fiber? Miguel here from CFS Recovery. In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between being proactive versus reactive in recovery. And the reason why this topic really matters is because most people who struggle in recovery are stuck in a reactive cycle. More specifically, they wait for symptoms to flare up before responding. They wake up and there's not really a plan to follow. They're going to see how their body feels. They're going to hope things get better. They're going to try and wait out the symptoms. Whereas a proactive approach puts you in control and helps you make more predictable progress. Now, when I was in the trenches of this stuff, I was in a completely reactive state. If you don't know my full story, then you can watch it up here, pretty much everything I dealt with. Now, in a nutshell, I dealt with this for about 5 years. And at my worst, I was completely bedridden for 6 months straight. And actually 2 months after that, I was in the hospital. I went from being a high functioning athlete in high school, team captain of the football team, wrestling team. I was also one of the top personal trainers in the company I was in. Very busy, working out, working with lots of clients. I was very much a go, go, go person. Felt like I could conquer the world. And I went from that to not even being able to roll over in bed, not being able to lift a spoon to my mouth, not being able to take a shower for months on end, and having to go live with my grandparents who basically did everything for me. So I know what it's like to hit rock bottom. At my worst, I was completely bedridden in the hospital, actually. So I went from very functional to very debilitated to the point where I had to learn to use a wheelchair, learn to use a walker, learn to stand on my own 2 feet, learn to eat by myself, all of these different things. And now I have my life back and I'm completely back to normal. I actually have a higher capacity and a much better life than I had prior to getting CFS. So I hope that fills you in on some of my story, just so you know where I'm coming from. So I know what it's like to be in a completely reactive state, right? When we first get sick, when we first go to the hospital, when we have that first crash, we're very proactive. We're almost too proactive because we're trying to anticipate anything that could go wrong. We're searching up doctors, we're searching up solutions for this stuff. We're trying different medications and supplements or treatments, anything we can to hopefully feel a little bit better. But over time, when all of these things don't work, it becomes very difficult to continue looking for solutions and to plan ahead. So really, you go from trying to do everything in your power to avoid these symptoms and to solve this problem to now you're just hanging on for dear life. You're just hoping the symptoms don't wipe you out today. And you can start to fall into this very passive and just reactive mode where you're not really in control and it's very difficult to make progress and everything is just unpredictable. If we were to paint a picture of what it looks like to be reactive in recovery, it looks like no clear plan, no structure, just hoping for the best each day. It means constantly responding to the symptoms with fear, frustration, drastic changes, or making extreme changes in the moment to just adapt to the different situations. It's searching for the next quick fix instead of sticking with a long-term strategy. So these things are a path to staying stuck and not getting better. Whereas on the other hand, the power of a proactive approach, you already know it's going to happen. So you're prepared. You've educated yourself on what's happening to your body, what's happening to your nervous system. So recovery starts to make a lot of sense to you. It becomes very predictable. So instead of reacting with panic and frustration and doubt, you have a kind of safety net to fall into or something to lean on. You have a plan and you stick to it, even when symptoms arise. When you're proactive, you focus on long-term strategies, not short-term feelings. This prevents the common trap of just stopping and starting recovery efforts all over again. Now, here's why being reactive doesn't work. In other words, being reactive is essentially winging recovery. So there have been very few people who just recover by accident. And when I talk about recovery, those people who recovered and never got this again. Because let's be real, we probably heard about those stories of people who go into remission and then 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, they get sick again. So did they really recover? If the entire time they weren't 100% confident in their body and they were walking on eggshells for those few years where they felt normal, was that really recovery? I'm talking about recovery in the sense that you're confident you're never going to get this again. You know exactly why you recovered, how you recovered, you know what you did, and you adjusted your lifestyle to avoid the things that would make you sick. And honestly, in my perspective, I think a really true full recovery means you also become a different person. You're essentially the 2.0 version of yourself. Because let's face it, if you were to quote unquote recover, but go back to the same person you were before, history repeats itself. You're going to fall into the same patterns that kind of led to you falling into this illness in the first place. So I want to be very clear on what I mean by very few people recover by accident. People recover and they don't get this again. Because there were times when I thought I was recovered. So there were times where I had to take 6 months off of work and then I somehow got better. At the time, I thought time solves this. So if I just waited long enough, my nervous system would just heal, right? But after going back to work, I got sick again. And then I made a comeback. I thought I finally made it through the thing. I thought the worst was over. And then I got sick again. I repeated that about 3 or 4 times until I was completely bedridden. Those who succeed in recovery have structure and consistency. They have something that they can rely on, something that's duplicatable. Recovery isn't about hoping that you'll feel better one day. It's about taking daily steps in the right direction. Because without a plan, setbacks can feel quite overwhelming. With a plan, setbacks are just another part of the process. Actually, you don't even look at it as a setback. You look at it as a necessary part of the entire process of recovery. So what does it mean to be proactive? That means understanding what's happening to your body. When you understand that all of these symptoms you're feeling, granted, as long as you've had your tests and scans done and the doctors haven't found anything to explain your level of symptoms and they don't have anything to treat it, if you've ruled out all other health issues, this is likely a hypersensitive nervous system. And so all the symptoms you're feeling, you want to throw them under the umbrella of hypersensitive nervous system. Because it's really one problem that you need to solve. That one problem, that hypersensitive nervous system, is the driving factor behind all of these other strange symptoms. And this is probably why you tried to solve all of these other symptoms, but you experienced something called symptom rotation. It's like playing a game of whack-a-mole. You try to solve one symptom, then another symptom pops up. You go to that symptom, another symptom pops up, and you can never catch these symptoms. They always outrun you because there's just so many to deal with. Whereas if you take all of these symptoms, no matter how many you're dealing with, no matter what they are, and put them under the umbrella of hypersensitive nervous system, and you fix that one thing that's driving all of this, you fix the hypersensitive nervous system, that makes it so much easier to deal with this. So being proactive means understanding what's even happening to your body. But on the other hand, once you understand what's happening, it's, okay, what do you do to get out of it? It's understanding how adjustment periods work. And if you're unsure about that, I have a video up here going in depth about adjustment periods. It's understanding how progress cycles work. There's a free training right up here about progress cycles, how in order to get better, you actually do have to increase activity a little bit, the way you go about that flare-up, and also how intense the flare-up is. That determines whether you move forward or you restart the level of recovery that you're at. Being proactive also means being realistic about recovery. Being proactive means understanding that the symptoms will come up. Won't just go away overnight. You have to understand that there will be times where you're feeling much better. There will be other times where you're feeling much more symptomatic. And being proactive means having the ability to zoom out and look at the big picture and not get so caught up in just the day-to-day stuff, the day-to-day symptoms. Being proactive means recognizing your wins. It means focusing on the signs of recovery versus talking yourself out of recovery. So if you feel stuck, ask yourself, am I being proactive or am I just reacting to symptoms? Am I reacting to symptoms automatically or am I responding well to symptoms, which is very intentional? So it's being very intentional about what you're feeling emotionally, what you're thinking, getting back control, essentially, versus just having this automatic reaction on autopilot. Because automatically, your body's going to want to go into fight or flight mode. Any kind of stimulus, it's going to trigger your nervous system. Sometimes it triggers it more, sometimes less. Sometimes there's things you might be able to handle, but overall, with a hypersensitive nervous system issue like chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, myalgic encephalomyelitis, or long COVID, or fibromyalgia, these kind of things, your body will have an automatic reaction to stimulus. And that reaction is to give you symptoms. So you need to override that by intentionally responding well to symptoms. And the more prepared you are for that, the more intentional you are about being proactive about your recovery, the faster and smoother your recovery journey will be. So I just wanted to touch on this topic. You want to be proactive in your recovery. Don't just wait for this thing to go away. Understand that it's not going to go away overnight, and understand that you do play a very large role. You play the crucial role in this. You hold the key to getting out of this illness, but it does take work. It does take effort, does take focused intention, but just know that no matter where you are right now, whether you're bedridden or you're couchbound or you're housebound, there have been so many people who have been in your shoes before and come out the other side better than they were before. They have reclaimed their health and did things beyond their wildest dream. People have gone from bedridden to traveling. People have gone from not being able to walk to the mailbox to running for miles at a time, even training for duathlons. It's possible, but it's not going to happen overnight, and you have to take it one step at a time. But before you know it, time is going to go by, and you're going to be thinking back to where you are right now. And this whole CFS thing, this whole long COVID journey you've been on, it's going to feel like just a bad dream. I've heard it so many times. That's how it felt for me. Sometimes even I think, did that stuff really happen? Was I really in the hospital? Was I really that bad? And then I look at the journals that I wrote. I look at the pictures and the videos that my dad took of me, and it did happen. So hard to believe because it was such an extreme situation. But if I can get better, if so many other people out there can get better, people who've had this for 10, 20, 30, 50 years, literally 50 years, as long as you've had your tests and scans done and they haven't found anything, just know there is hope for you. Don't ever give up. And remember, instead of being reactive, a much better route to go down is to be proactive in your recovery. If you needed help on your journey with CFS or long COVID, that's exactly what we specialize in. We would love to help you out. You can find some links down below for some resources where you can either do this all on your own. We have a free Recovery Foundations Masterclass, or you can apply to work with us. Comment down below what you're going to do in order to be more proactive in your recovery. And always remember that you are a thriver and you are just one mind shift away from living a life with thriving health. I'll see you in the next video.
Let's say that CFS recovery is absolutely the real deal.
I actually felt like somebody had an answer, like somebody explained what was going on, and it all clicked.